Thank you for the opportunity to introduce our business, Trendsy Consulting. I'm Jefferson Cooper, President.
I'm Jugat Singh, Vice President and VP of Consulting.
I'm Aki Sharma, VP of Sales.
I'm Mahita Panmatsa, VP of Finance.
And I'm Luke Barkalow, Member of Talent Management.
When we were initially trying to come up with a product or service to offer, we had a hard time because we kept getting Instagram notifications. Ultimately, we turned this into our business idea, a consulting company that capitalizes off of our familiarity with social media. Thus, Trendsy Consulting was born. Being a social media company in the midst of a pandemic, we wanted our logo to symbolize both adaptability and sociability, and we thought that the butterfly represented both of these well. Through our business, we utilized our superpower, social media skills, to create positive change. Small businesses have taken a big hit during this pandemic, so we quickly realized that our expertise would be especially suited to them, and created 3 services which Luke will tell you more about.
Thanks, Jeffy. We chose the 3 services of social media strategy, social media management, and website creation so that we could work with businesses that have all different needs and all different personalities. This, as well as our various price points, allowed us to work with all different companies, learn the most, help those companies, and have fun, which is everything we could have imagined to get out of the JA company program. Now I'll pass it off to Aki to tell you about some of the challenges we face.
So all companies face challenges, and some challenges we faced were many of the business owners were older generation, and they really didn't even think about consulting a social media company, so we couldn't really use our expertise to find customers, and these targets just usually spread their business through Facebook, which is used by older generation people, and it's not very efficient to find customers, and due to it, we had a massive risk of time. And for example, we spoke for hours with customers and ended up without sales. And selling a specific service rather than a visible and physical product which needs advanced technology was much more challenging in sales terms. And last of all, writing complex contracts with no experience took a little bit of time to learn. But now I'll hand it off to Jagat, the VP of Consulting Team.
Yep, Aki. Thankfully, with those challenges, we had a lot of successes as well. We wanted to highlight those successes with the story of our largest client, Creatively Elegant. The owner, Kelly, came to us with 2 of her companies, Creative Sips and Lady Elegant, and told us to combine them into one website. She didn't give us much to go off of after our first meeting, so we made some preliminary designs, as you can see on the left of the slide. Not great, right? When we went for our first feedback session, she immediately said, and I quote, "I don't know what I want, but that ain't it." We spent 5 long hours figuring out exactly what she wanted and finalized the website. She was able to show it to her son with pride, and she was excited to go from an Instagram page to an e-commerce website, as you can see on the next slide. We worked hard and our performance reflected it. Isn't that right, Mahi?
Yep, you're right, Jagat. On this slide here, we can see the financial summary of our company. We delivered an 80% profit margin and a $271 profit. Our business model was based on a low investment and high returns idea. Notably, our profit was also used to produce critical company values. To continue supporting the struggling small businesses, we donated the remaining $186 to the Merchants Fund, a nonprofit that donates all money directly to small businesses. And to commemorate the work of our team, we gave each member a gift card to a store of their choice. A puzzle matches well with the teamwork seen within Trendsy. Just imagine one standalone puzzle piece. It wouldn't mean much, right? Each of us brought in a unique skill set, and through discussion, we assembled into the successful company, Trendsy.
Thank you. And are there any questions?
So this is Jim. So I'll start with probably one of the more interesting. So I don't know what I want, but that ain't it. That had to be, like the seminal moment for you as a team. You can go one of 2 directions. And how did you guys rally around that kind of harsh feedback?
So when we were in that meeting, it was definitely a moment where we realized that our customers often don't know what they want, and we would have to advise them. And so we tried to figure out what's the best way to do that. And that would be, we realized, through breaking everything down on the website into individual parts. we went through each piece of the website with her, asking her, do you want this? Do you not want this? If so, what do you want to change? And so going through that process allowed us to take that criticism that she had and that misdirection that she had and turn it into a physical, proper product that she wanted and needed.
So you broke it down into modular pieces and got kind of the thumbs up, thumbs down all along the way.
Yeah, exactly.
Gotcha. That's a process.
So how many people were on your team? I was having a little struggle with that.
We had around 17 people in our team.
Okay. Great. How many people were involved in the consulting process?
On our team, I was the VP of consulting, and we had 5 people on our team. And we had a very fluid structure in our company. And so, like Aki said, we would have to, if we didn't have a sale, we would have to divert more resources to sales. And that was really what the talent management team was, making sure that we were using our resources optimally.
Very good answer.
Yeah, I would say overall, great job, team. This is certainly, this space, consulting, is one of the more ambitious spaces that we've seen. I think so far today, it's hard. It's difficult to sell consulting services. I work with a lot of consultants within my industry, and kind of getting out there without a name in this space is really difficult. So within that thought process, how did you guys think about how to identify potential customers and clients? How did you go out and farm and cold call, if that was part of your process, potential clients?
All right, so I think that's a question for me since I'm the VP of sales. So we had multiple techniques, and honestly, I'd just like to thank Nick, who helped me a lot. He was actually our mentor from Accenture, and he helped me a lot with multiple techniques, actually, such as cold calling, as you brought up. But cold calling wasn't the best method for us, as we were calling different businesses, and a lot of times what I got was I either got hung up on, or they told us that their business themselves, they're not doing well themselves, so they can't pay us that money, right? Or, obviously financial aspects is like the last part we bring up. We don't bring up right away, oh, you got to pay this much for our service. We got to build a relationship between each other. And so really flyers worked really well for us. So I think we got 2 customers from flyers. Actually, my first sale, or our first sale, was from the flyer. Her name was Kelly, Creative Sips LLC, as Jagat was talking about. And she called over from Philadelphia, and it was an unknown number, and I really didn't know what the number was. So I picked it up, and it was just our first sale. And honestly, just going to that, thinking about our first sale as a high schooler, and I'm more of a shy guy, and that's kind of ironic since I'm a sales guy. But honestly, the first call just really motivated us, and it's the best thing you can hear as high schoolers. I would never imagine that we would get that call. So just going back to your question, since I was kind of rooting off, flyers were the best techniques, and also we sent emails, and yeah, cold calling also was a technique, but didn't work the best for us.
And something that we noticed was something common that most high schoolers would resort to is social media for advertising. But ironically, we are social media consultants, and we're targeting audience and our customers that don't have experience with social media. So this is why we had to find alternative ways to really show our product off rather than just using social media as a platform.
Yeah, fantastic. Great learnings.
Absolutely great learning. What was the biggest obstacle you faced throughout?
I would say the biggest obstacle that we faced as a company was figuring out a service or product that we wanted to move forward with in the early stages of our program. And finding something, like, we had a lot of ideas. One of them was being a tutoring service. That was what we picked between this and that. And it was just difficult for us to really feel confident in choosing a product or service. And that really cut into the unfortunately short time span that we had in the JA program. So that also leads me to a good point. Time was such a big factor in everything that we did.
Excellent, excellent.
Thanks, Joe.
Thank you.
Good job, guys.
All right, well done.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.